Okay, so for today's mindfulness moment, when we're pausing and anchoring, we're going to use our body as the anchor. And I'm going to actually combine two kind of types of mindfulness, I'll call it. One is like this mindfulness where I really want you to draw attention to your body. And in order to do that, we're going to add some vestibular rocking input. So we're going to experiment, and don't worry, I'll kind of cue you through this breathing exercise or mindfulness exercise. We're going to be doing some rocking back and forth, some side to side, and even like small circles. Like, what does that feel like in your body? And note that as we do these movements, I'm going to also be leading you through a little bit of like a guided visual imagery, saying some phrases, saying some words to help kind of bring you to a calm, soft space, just imagining yourself being present, but also calm. So join me, have the sound on, have the sound off. If at any time you just want it to be silent and you just want to focus on your breath, or you just want to focus on following my movements, that's fine too. So come to a comfortable, relaxed sitting position. You could be sitting on a chair. You could be sitting on the ground, and I'm actually in like a high kneeling position on the floor. Take 3 breaths, just bringing focus into you, into this moment. Notice how I'm kind of doing a bigger sigh today, just switching it up. Okay. Next, as you sit here, I want you to imagine that you are a boat or a ship, some type of vessel on the water. Imagine you're in the big, vast ocean of water. The ocean represents life. It's big, it's expansive, and the vessel is you, riding the waves of life. And there are times where you, the vessel or the ship, where you're going along in life and you're coasting. Things are steady, bright skies ahead, sunshiny days. But then there's also times where you feel like you're going through rockiness and the waves are kicking up. And you ask yourself, can I get through this? And you know that with the right tools, with trust in your vessel, with experience and knowledge, knowing how to maybe adjust your sails to get through, and also letting go of rigidity, meaning when we're feeling more rigid and less flexible in thinking in time and space, we can become rigid to holding on to, well, when it was steadier times, I could, sail my boat, my ship in this way. It worked for me. But then the tides start coming and the waves pick up. And if we're rigid in thinking, we don't adjust. We don't adjust to think, I might have to switch up how I guide my vessel. I might need to adjust the sail. I might need to grab a few survival items. I might need to get my raincoat on for this waves, right? That's being flexible in thinking, is adjusting and modifying. So as you adjust and modify to the waves, you learn that you can ride them out, but it's going to look differently than during steadier times. So I want you to learn how to find peace and calm within your vessel, even when the waves pick up, even when it gets choppy. And we're going to do that by bringing some rhythmical movement. So just imagine yourself, instead of resisting, instead of fighting the current, you're going to flow with it. So start moving your vessel, your ship, your boat, yourself, gently rocking back and forth. So slowly bring your trunk forward and back in a rhythmical motion for you. As you imagine yourself riding the waves. Now let's say something new comes and you have to adjust. So instead of back and forth, I want you to try rocking side to side. You're adjusting for a different type of wave, a different type of current. So you have to move your ship in a new direction. And notice how instead of forward, backward, I'm doing a lateral shift, side to side. And as you ride out this wave, there's a trust and there's an inner knowing that I will be okay. I will be safe. I am safe. And I will trust and know. And lastly, I want you to experiment with just one different type of movement, which is just do some gentle, like small circles of rocking. So however you want to think of it, if you're kind of going in a clockwise fashion, feel what that feels like in your body. I'm going to adjust my shoulders down a little and now go the other direction. So make small circular circles, motions in the other direction. Try to notice, what does this feel like for me? And for one more moment here, I want you to just go back to which type of movement felt best for you. Which type did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the back and forth? I think that tends to be my favorite. And take 3 more final breaths here. And then let your vessel come to a slow stillness. As the sun starts to rise and you see a steadiness up ahead, no more choppy waves, just a stillness. One more final breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Remind yourself that you can ride the choppy waves of life, but it does mean you have to adjust, modify, maybe work in more flexible thinking, but you will get through. Have an awesome day.